Hey everyone, I'm in Nafpaktos, Greece, and this is a small vacation town in Greece. I see a lot of, I think more Greek people here, but some international people, some Americans even. And for all reasons, I'm actually here for a Topology conference. And my talk is pretty soon, so I'm kind of rushing to the conference to get there. And see, we kind of have, this is getting a little to the outskirts. We'll see the rest of it later. And of all things, this math conference, this huge math conference, is being held at a junior high school, kind of on the outside of the city with no air conditioning, so it's a little bit raw. So I want to just I'm kind of in a rush to get there, so I want to show you guys some of the route. It's a little crazy. We have to cross the bridge, the river with no water, and go that way on that highway. And they have hidden markers to tell you you're still on the way to the math conference. So I got lots of cars going back and forth. So this is one thing people might think, okay, you're a math professor, you're just sitting in your office doing whatever, and not always, because there can sometimes be some sort of mysterious places you have to go to do math. And especially, say, as a pale and blonde dude, like this, in a couple hours, this would absolutely be brutal here because there's basically no shade. I brought an umbrella, channeled my inner Michael Jackson, worked really well in Spain, so we got to go this way for a while to get to this junior high. Well, I was wrong. I needed the umbrella right away, and just kind of give an indication, these hints. We have the, oops, that got caught. We got the poster. The conference, 2003 International Conference on Topology and its application, is kind of on this open highway here on the way to the junior high. And I have a lot to say about the history of the city. I'm just in a little bit of a rush right now to make sure I get to my talk in time. So we'll save all that for later, because in Greece, everything has some interesting history to it. According to Google Maps, looks like we need to turn up there. Another little marker that we're going in the right place. I wonder if you go too far, if they leave some turnaround markers. I'm not really sure, I haven't looked. But now, going back into the neighborhood, I guess. Is that a mailbox or a shrine? Or I think it's a shrine of some sort. It's really cool. So just to kind of visualize what's going on here as well. There's you know, this is a conference with people from like all over the world. You get another. Yeah, probably the more frequently these occur, the closer you're getting. There's people from at least North America, Europe, Asia, I think South America, probably Australia. And so we're all kind of going down this route. Some of the great scenery here. It's a Taunus car, I'm not even sure. Some sort of abandoned building there. No joke. We are right at the conference venue up here, and this talk I'm giving, this is similar to the one I gave in Prague about a year ago. If you've been watching my channel, you saw I posted a couple of videos from there, and it's about applications of descriptive set theory to number theory and dynamics. It's a really short talk, because we pretty much all are, unless you're giving a plenary talk at these conferences. So I'm going to just have to really quickly summarize a bunch of things. And
so it is increasing sequence of bounded sets, bounded and function analysis.
there are 4 rooms at the conference, so there's like 4 parallel sessions going on at once. And I guess you can come out here and play basketball, but I think the sun is way too much at this point for me to want to leave the shade at all. So it's about lunchtime, so I think I'm going to head off somewhere. Oh my god, it's so loud, because look at all this rain. Look at this flood coming down. Oh man, and like, can you see how much this is coming down? Honestly, normally this amount of rain would be kind of shitty, but I like this. There was one big benefit to that rainfall is the temperature's actually totally fine now. So I was thinking of going there after the conference tomorrow and, you know, dealing with the sun going up there, and now it's really quite manageable. It's about, I think, 70 degrees more or less. So we have a long hike up a big mountain, and it says it closes in about a half hour online. I don't know if that's really true. Hopefully get to see something. And the sources I find online for this castle date it back to at least 455 BC. I don't know if the current structure goes back to then, or, you know, as is often with these castles, you know, some things will be torn down, other things built up. So there seems to be a very complicated history with it. So let's go up and check it out. How's this view? Is this going to be like a good thumbnail for the video? So this is the Bay of Corinth behind me, and this is where the Holy League kicked a whole lot of ass in the Battle of Lepanto in 1571. So they kicked the Ottomans out, a huge naval battle here. And this is the clock tower of Nafpaktos. Nafpaktos. Yeah, I should get the pronunciation right. And we still have a bit of a ways to go for the castle. I just called a whole bunch of people to show them the nice view, so I got a little delayed. Castle's all the way up there. I think you probably don't need to really get to the top of the hill even to see parts of the castle. Like, these are almost certainly some parts of the ruins, I assume. Like, it's I mean, here's some, I guess that looks like a abandoned house. Yeah, this is probably castle ruin. It's not labeled. Yeah, for those of you who saw my Maribor video with my mom where we climbed a pretty high, top of a high hill just to see a couple ruins. I mean, this seems like way more. This is actually really well preserved. Oh, we're approaching this. I'm still pretty sweaty there's still a lot of humidity even after the rain. So I kind of missed fire truck here maybe. Cat up ahead. So I'm I guess technically 20 minutes after closing. Hopefully we can still check out a little bit. This really looks like the real deal though. Yeah, there's kitty cat. Meow. Meow. Oh, need a little patience maybe. The cat distracted me, but I don't think it made any difference. So going through the gates here, yeah, you can still see you got to go through this, and I'm sure they do actually close this at 8 o'clock, unfortunately. We can still get a wonderful view. Oh, there's more kitty cats. Oh, I don't want to disturb a little kitten over there. Oh, hey, I don't want to startle you. I wonder if there's even more cats if you go inside. I mean, maybe the tourists come here and feed them. Okay, I don't want to cause you any trouble. I'm going to go far away so I can see the view. Yeah, be kind of careful. Don't want to fall down that. Yeah, look at that. Look at the Bay of Corinth. This 8 p.m. time limit really means it's summer. Just there's no real chance if you're pale and blonde to see this castle, unless you get really lucky and there's an early rain or something. So I'm gonna head down. There's a dinner for the conference at 9:30 on the beach, and I definitely want to check that out.
traditional, historical dances.
It is the last day of the conference, and any gain from the rain coming out yesterday in terms of temperature is completely gone. The sun is back out in full force, and I'm heading back for the final talks into this crazy venue. So it's kind of funny to think about it, actually, where they're holding the conference, and it's so far, and we're all just kind of walking on this route.
Conditions for the base in the family of the
Well, the conference is over, and I'm with Evgeny, who actually recognized me from one of my videos in Kyiv, Ukraine, from his hood where he grew up.
Hood, yeah.
Yeah,
Bill is basically the star of this hood now.
Yeah.
An American that brought it to the world fame.
Yeah, so we are heading to the bus station because I want to get some tickets, and you'll be heading out in a few hours to Athens, I think.
Yeah.
So, small world that, you know, just see, because you just randomly came up like, oh, I think I saw you on that YouTube video or something, so.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Well, we're kind of still lost in this area, so someone was nice to wave us down. So Evgeny was telling me that this conference was kind of like sort of a Soviet style, even though, you know, wasn't part of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Yeah, bus station.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. So, always surprises. So, because it was at a school, and you said that like this is something the Soviet Union they would do.
Yeah, but also the opening ceremony with all these formal speeches by some random people, and also these dances that they performed for us. This would happen also like in Ukraine when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So it brought up kind of questionable memories of my past.
Well, that happened at a conference I was at in Ukraine in 2018. I have a little time to walk around some more now that the conference is over. So we are in the Nafpaktos Old Port, or Nafpaktos Venetian Port, and this is where that Battle of Lepanto from 1571 took place. I assume some more here, not just in this little area there, because that would be kind of a really small battle to have all those different armies. So this is, I think, definitely a big must-see of this place, and I mean, this is really breathtaking. And I'll say that actually I was at this coffee shop Aroma up there. It's open till midnight, so yeah, I'm very much a nocturnal person, so it was useful to be able to sit there until late. This is the fort that they're trying to breach, and I see a cannon up there. So probably it's like out here on the bay where they had all the forces. And you can go out here and see just the wide open. The beach is here, and I promise in a little bit I'm going to actually go on the beach. So, you know, everyone of course knows how much I don't like the sun. I'm going to wait till probably close to 9 p.m. to do it. Yeah, this is nice. Got the bridge over there. If you're coming from Athens, you're going to cross that. Just look at the beautiful mountains in the distance. You know, one of the nice things I want to remark about there as well, we probably saw this going by, is that there are many places you can sit down and eat or have a drink. And you know now I'm giving the tourist recommendations, not just talking about the crazy math conference. It's just really nice just to sit and kind of have this sort of scenery, and it is absolutely as picturesque as you might think it is. Generally, I feel there's less of a carnival-like atmosphere in Nafpaktos than some other similar places. Like, we have all this stuff for little kids here. You got some jumping, like a little train and some stuff like this, but it's a playground. But like, in all fairness, this is nowhere near what I saw even in Batumi, where there was much more like interesting rides and stuff, and even like on the Polish seaside. So I just really get this feeling like that this is really kind of a chill place. It's around 8:45 p.m. so I think it's okay for me to go out. It's not that bad, and it's kind of a relaxed atmosphere here. Almost nobody on the beach, and we have definitely a rocky beach, so it's good to bring the appropriate footwear. And it's a little chilly. I tested it out last night, so we'll leave these here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see. I might even want, I'm gonna bring these with me because it's kind of hurting to step on those rocks, to be honest. And these should be fine. Yeah. That is, yeah, the water's pretty cold here despite the very warm weather here. It's rather chilly. I'm gonna have to just kind of dip in. Oh, it feels good after all the heat here. I'm not used to it being kind of cold, but this is beautiful. Like, look at that sunset over there. So, maybe that's a reason people go here earlier, just because the contrast between the heat and this. It's maybe like the Finnish and the sauna or something like that, when then they jump in like the cold water. Yeah, there we go. Not going to be a wimp about this. So yeah, got a ancient battle, Lepanto, 1571, took place here. So let's see how the water looks beneath. Yeah, this just needs like a couple minutes and like it's fine. So I think it's I just haven't really been swimming in a while. So it's actually really comfortable. So I give this my 2 thumbs up. Well, the other one because I'm holding the camera. If you go here a bit later. It's around midnight now, more or less, and this is the same area with the beach and the restaurants, and it's a Friday night as well, and there's still some people eating, a little bit going on, but it's kind of relaxed and quiet actually. It is approaching 1 a.m. and over here things are significantly more busy. This particular bar is pretty packed and there is some life and energy around here, and those other two have some people in it. But overall it doesn't really seem to be any sort of real crazy Friday night, and I don't see like a lot of like big dance clubs or anything. So it's more of like a chill and like laid back kind of thing, I would say almost. I just wanted to show where the apartment is located. It's on this square here. This is the Alpha Bank, and it's actually kind of convenient because there's just a grocery store right over there, and I didn't mention there's also a lot of little shops in Nafpaktos, but a lot of times they actually don't even seem to be open. I'm not sure how this works, if they just don't operate them when it's like too hot or sunny out. I thought I was going to sit for a couple hours in a coffee shop before I saw the bus, but this just emphasizes why I'm not showing the shops as much, because it's actually just totally closed right now, and I don't know when it's going to open up. Maybe on the walk there I'll find something open, but I'm not. And it's about 2 p.m. right now, just for point of reference. I know in Spain they did something like this where they closed a lot of the shops down like in the middle of the day. After a very long walk with no shade, I did make it finally to the bus station. So this is pretty wild looking, I think, but it is air conditioned inside, so that's a big benefit. So I think that's it for now. I mean, just kind of closing thoughts on Nafpaktos and just everything. You know, obviously I saw it in a different way because I was here for the conference, but it seems to just be kind of a chilled and relaxed place. Like there's some amount of partying or whatever, but people are mostly just kind of laying around doing their thing. I apologize for the wind now. It seems like I lost the thing to put on my GoPro to reduce the wind when I was swimming, so sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's too much emphasis that's, you know, being placed on these like tropical paradises or not, you know, whatever. It just, I don't know. From my perspective, it's nice at night when the sun is coming down, but like the rest of the day, it's just really hard to deal with. But I liked my stay here, and it's I have a bus and not too long going to Athens, so I think I'm just gonna kind of, you know, sit down and get ready for that. And I had a realization on the way here. I'll just kind of put this as a closing thought. Yanni grew up only about 100 miles from here, so I'm gonna just I don't know. I know I'm supposed to hate Yanni.
This guy is the biggest butthole I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Change it, butthead.
I don't actually know his music, so I might try listening to his music on the way to Athens. You know, we'll see what I think of that. So one more video from Greece at least. I'm going to be in Athens for a few days, so just stick around and everything, and hopefully I'll find something interesting there.